Blah, blah, blah. Can you see me? And also, do you think it's gonna focus on my sewing machine? Okay, what about this angle? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, one more time. And I still need to actually cut this and move everything around anyways. Okay, but that's gonna have to be good enough. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If I actually edit this and post it. I say it like that because who knows how many videos I have that exist that just need to be edited and put on this channel. Whatever. And is today the perfect day to be doing this? No, because did I just finish working a 10-hour shift today? Out of all the times I have free time, never mind. I'm trying to actually do something when it happens. See, here's what happens. Don't worry, I have clothes on under this. I have a pile of projects, a pile of thrifted things that I want to upcycle, fix, blah, 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 blah. But what happens is when I get them, I don't do them when I receive them or buy them because I'm like, oh, but I have the other things. I need to get to them first. Me. And then what do you know? My pile just keeps growing for like 2.5 years. Well, this I just got on Depop and it arrived today. And so before it's next summer, I'm going to do it now. Because that's the other thing I do is I wait because I'm like, oh, well, it's not the season yet. Like right now it's a bajillion degrees outside. So then I'll wait and be like, oh, I'll do it when it's actually closer, like time to wear it. But then that season comes and goes. And then by the time whatever. We're gonna do this. And my before shots are this way because I thought I was just gonna make a quick little short. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just have a chat. Let's just sit here and talk when's the last time I posted a real video? Couldn't tell you. So maybe this will be boring or maybe this will be fun. But for the few little people that follow along, I just had someone the other day say, I miss your long form content. So here we are. I've actually never bought anything on Depop. I actually struggle with like resale stuff, even though I would like to resell stuff. It's a problem for another day. But I struggle with purchasing resale stuff because I am the one that's out here in these streets taking all day to thrift, but I come home with like, I got this for $1, I got this for $2. So it's hard for me to like spend more money than that on anything really, especially when it's secondhand. So in total, because by the time you add on all the fees, blah, 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 I literally paid $25 for this. That is unheard of for me. I don't even buy brand new sweaters for $25. But I occasionally will look at Depop for hot air balloon things because I just love hot air balloons. And actually it was my dream to thrift something hot air balloons, and I did. I thrifted a denim button up with embroidered hot air balloons on it. It's in the pile. I can even show you the before shots because at one point I was like, I'm gonna do this. Haven't, blah, blah, blah. So I have that one that I got for super cheap, and here's my $25 one. But it was worth it because isn't this amazing? This is so cool. And also my one hot air balloon ride that I have gone on was in Albuquerque. So I'm not mad at this decision to buy this. I'm actually very happy about it. But one of the reasons it was still extra hard for me to pay is because there are these two little light yellow stains on the front. Like I knew when I bought it, it had that. And I decided when I bought it, I would just crop it to get rid of those stains and attach the band back and hope that it fits. I mean, that's not what I mean. What do I mean? I hope that this wouldn't be like too cropped. I think it's gonna be fine. It actually doesn't matter. The stain has to go, so this is what we're doing. Okay, I should make sure that this is straight. So, what's new? Here's what's new with me. Here's why I don't post videos. It's because one, I'm a procrastinator. In the year of 2022, I traveled the entire country. I filmed the entire thing. There's like a handful of those videos on my channel. And when I got back from that in 23, I was like, this whole year I can spend editing these videos and putting them together. Well, editing travel content for a normal person takes a really long time. For me, it's an OCD thing, blah, blah, blah. It takes an ungodly amount of time. The dog is barking upstairs. Now my dog's gonna bark. Noodles, it's okay. What am I talking about? Blah, blah, blah. I'm a procrastinator. And so then basically when I actually had a lot of free time and could have been posting stuff regularly, I still didn't. And now I work 7,000 part-time jobs. This is my life currently. This is my life in the summer. It's about to change in a couple weeks. Summer, on Mondays, I work with a young man with disabilities We basically work to help him become more independent. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I have a part-time job where I do admin for a company. Thursdays, I have a volunteer thing in the morning, basically a thrift store that provides clothing to people in need. I do that, and then I go with my client, the young man, for the rest of the day. And then Fridays, I do the admin job. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, when I do the admin job, I'm done at 4. And for the summer, I have 3 landscaping clients, and I clean a local church. So that stuff has to get fit in either in the evenings or Saturdays. And so yeah, the admin job today, I didn't know I was gonna do a 10-hour day when I went in there today, but I did. And then I actually planned on cleaning the church when I was done, and then I realized they had band practice. So instead of doing any of that, I'm doing this and talking to you. Except for the more I talk, the longer this is gonna take, because obviously I can't do both at the same time. And I can't tell if this is straight. Do I think that's straight? Hopefully that's straight. I think it looks pretty straight. There's this one girl I started following on YouTube recently. I'll put her name in the thing on the screen or something, but she does thrift flip stuff too. But see, the other thing that holds me back, okay, so I kind of talked about my travel stuff takes a long time to edit. Well, my thrift stuff, everything takes me a long time to edit, but then actually doing the stuff, like the reason why I have 7,000 things on a chair, my project chair, is because I also get paralyzed by like making a decision or not doing things the right way. I kind of mentioned OCD. It really comes down to OCD. So basically, I have this type of OCD that they refer to as just right OCD, which can get confused with like my whole life. People were like, oh, you're a perfectionist, you're a perfectionist. Except for it's not really perfectionism. It's, I'm not making it perfect, I'm making it just right, which could mean anything. Rereading an email 2 times to make sure it's perfect, that could be perfect, but instead I might reread one 12 times because that's what it took to make it feel just right in my stupid brain. Then that paralyzes me from starting things because I know the effort it's gonna take. Everything takes me so long because I'm making it just right, and then that's where the procrastination kind of comes in too, because then I just don't want to start something because subconsciously I know what that's going to take for me. Anyways, this girl on YouTube doesn't struggle with that at all, and she doesn't do it, at least for what she shows on her shorts, she does not measure anything. She just be like, I think I wanted to do this, and she'll just start cutting stuff, and I just watch that like, wow, and it all turns out in the end. I just need to start doing that. Wait, what did I do the last time I did a band? I've cropped a hoodie before. I know I kind of don't remember what I did. What are some other stories I can tell you? Here's another reason why I procrastinate and have struggled with doing my projects, because I don't have a space to do projects. So for the last 2.5 years, I've lived with my parents. That's a whole other story. It's a whole other story that I fear will be too long right now. But if you want to hear that, let me know. Basically a story of God calling me out of my old job and life and like normal 9-to-5 thing, and then that's what brought me into the travel thing, and I traveled for a whole year, like quit my job, sold everything, traveled for a year, and then came back and have been with my parents for the last couple of years and have done lots of volunteer work and part-time jobs and weird stuff. So blah blah blah, that's like the overall summary. So if you want to hear like the real story, let me know. But anyways, because I live with my parents and this is their house, I'm not doing this. Like, I can set up down here, I'm in the basement right now, and I can set up and do this, but then my mom teaches music lessons down here. And so even if I have all this stuff set up for a couple days, at some point, eventually it has to get put away. And then they also rent out the basement for football games. So during that season, like the last 2 years, my stuff has just been like thrown into a random box to get it out of the basement. And then when the season's over, I don't get it out. So everything is just like a mess. And I'm actually, in 2020, I became a Marie Kondo girl. I'm not living my Marie Kondo life right now. And it's just hard when you're like, even though it's been 2.5 years, this is still like a temporary thing. You shouldn't live your life like that though. You shouldn't live thinking, well, no, in some ways you should. In some ways you should live knowing this is temporary. Tomorrow's not promised. But with your living space, you should not live like it's temporary, and you should make it cozy and set it up. Yeah, I think that's what I mean, right? That sounds good in both of those situations. Praise the Lord. I actually am moving out right before football season starts. That's another God story. Let me know if you want to hear it. because I'm getting a $1,200 apartment for $700. So it's just so crazy. I can't talk and do this at the same time. I thought this would be such a good idea. Like just chat and sew with me, but it's been 16 minutes. Actually, I kind of thought it would be worse. Blah, blah, blah. Girl, this is stupid. Make better decisions. I was thinking if I get this done in a decent amount of time, which, let's be real, when do I ever get any sewing projects done in a decent amount of time? But I was like, maybe I'll just try to crank out, like, see how many projects I can get done. And like, LOL, I've done that before on this channel and it's never worked. But I'm thinking through this and I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I actually get this done, I will edit this video and actually put it on the internet. For the 3 people that care, I'm doing this the stupidest way. Watch what happens. He's not doing it. That's my parents' dog upstairs. She's a COVID dog. So when she looks up and realizes no one is literally in front of her, in the exact room with her, she does all that. Sounds like she's being, I don't know if I can say the words that I'm thinking without being demonetized. And if I actually get this up, don't want to risk that. Also, I just remembered that the editing software I use probably just should have like flat out paid for one long ago. I keep paying for a yearly one. And this year, I think it was like April or May maybe that I had to renew, and I ended up buying like the Way Nicer package with like a bunch of features and what's the word I'm looking for? Things like graphics. I don't know the word I'm looking for right now. And I've used it like not at all. I've edited a couple shorts in there and used none of the features I paid for. So maybe I'll just insert some random, what is the word? Maybe I'll insert some random of those things that I can't think of here. Okay. Do you care about this? Actually, if you want to know what I'm doing, it's not really that different from when I did my crop and knit sweater video. That's what I'm doing. And just hoping that this is in a straight line. Girl, get. And then she burnt the house down. Oh yeah, this is another reason why editing takes me a long time. I just remembered. Because normal people like plan out what they're gonna say and have a script and blah, 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 which makes editing really easy because you have a script. Well, I'm not funny when I write a script. I mean, I'm not claiming to be funny, but like, I've done scripts. That's just not my style. My style is throw the camera up and see what happens. But to edit that is a nightmare because then it's just however much random hours of random footage of me talking about whatever. And then there's times where I'm like, you know what? I'll just cut that part out. It doesn't matter. But then I talk in like half sentences and then I'll get to another part later where I'm like, oh, well, they really need to know that part. But that part doesn't make sense because I cut out the other thing because you were rambling about it. So that's also why it takes me so long. Let me go grab one of my, I should have done this a long time ago. It's a sweat hoodie that I cropped. Wow, that looks nice. Wait, I feel like my cutting is not clean and so it's not gonna look as nice as this one. I just sewed it and then went back and did a zigzag. No, a zigzag? I don't know. Some kind of little finishing edge. It's clean. Looks good for someone who doesn't have a serger. I realize when I stand, you probably can't see me, but whatever. So, what else would you guys like to know? Okay, sometimes that's actually the hard part about like, what kind of content do I do? Because literally my top 3 most watched videos on this channel are 3 completely different things. Which is great because actually from the beginning, like I've always known I don't want to be pigeonholed until like people are here only for this. But then it's just like, I know it's probably so random for the reason people do subscribe. I think my hope is that you subscribe for my personality. My shining, wonderful personality. But because this is my top 3 most watched videos. 1, how to crop a knit sweater. And that's like my normal DIY stuff where I am thrift flipping something and I don't actually know what I'm doing and I figure it out. Second most watched is, I think these are the orders, when I buzzed all my hair off. So hair stuff. The very beginning of my channel, I had a lot of hair stuff. And then the third most watched is my first time to Canada, American's first time in Canada. So one of my travel things from 2022 when I traveled for the whole year. So all very different things. So maybe I'm not asking what do you want to see for the sake of this channel, but just in general, just out of interest, for the people who happen to be watching this, what are your favorite videos of mine? Or what brought you here in the first place? Or what keeps you here? Or what was the first video of mine that you saw? I don't know, something like that. Just out of curiosity, not actually for what to do with this channel, because I don't know what to do with this channel. This is what I'm talking about. This should have been so easy. This is just gonna have to be fine, because I'm just gonna keep doing this until there's nothing left. I'm already mad at my decision. Clip it and go, Angela. Clip it and go. Move along. But one thing, have I talked about this? Well, maybe I did. Maybe I talked about it. I think I made a video, or edited an old video in December to post because it's right after I finally, even with my inconsistency, became monetized. So I was just about to say, I don't think I've talked about it on here, but so I guess I have. I talked about finally becoming monetized. You have to earn at least $100 before they'll pay you out. So I got monetized at the end of December, and then I think it took me to like April maybe to get my first $100 paycheck. And now it is the beginning of August, and I'm like at like $55 or something before the second one. So that's how much you can get paid when you get monetized and you don't post videos at all and you're really inconsistent. I know everyone always says that. They're like, oh, if you want to be in YouTube, like consistency is key. It's key. It's key. It really is. And take that from someone who's not consistent. Like even when I finally got monetized, I was like, girl, if you had been doing this, you could have been monetized so long ago. But here we are. Can't change the past now.
You gotta put your behind in your past.
It's all because of my procrastination. Okay, this is clipped. How long did this take me? 38 minutes. So I'm going to sew a straight line all around and then do some kind of finishing thing, fake surge thing. Which end do I think I used? I feel like it looked like it wasn't just a zigzag. It had like a, which one do I normally do? Which one did I do in my knit sweater video? A 7? I don't know, it's a different foot. G feels like the foot I probably used. Who knows? A simple search would answer my question, but we're not going to do that. Why use resources when you can not? No. That's how I'm doing it. Could be because my edges aren't even. Back to the other foot. This feels right. Sometimes when she starts doing that upstairs, my dog, he sometimes reacts to it and sometimes doesn't. So like today, obviously he hasn't. But sometimes he'll join in and start howling like a wolf. I feel like I should go around twice on this one. I don't think I did on my hoodie. Almost there. The church doesn't have band. It's Wednesday. Band is Thursday. Random thoughts. Okay. I officially went over it twice. On top of my pile of projects that I've procrastinated for 2.5 years, at the beginning of this year, I usually write like kind of just like some goals of things I want to accomplish, you know, and I made a like DIY goal list. And so including finishing all my projects, which I've probably done like 1 off the whole list. I also had just other random things that I just always have wanted to try. Haven't done a single one. Okay, it's gonna be wavy. Everything I make is wavy. Can you see me? I have my phone the other way, so I can't actually tell. Love the crop, but a consistent problem on this channel is that when I do things like this, it gets wavy. And like, it's really from like finishing the edges. That's when the wave happens. So I think recently I went back around and sewed, can you see my head? Sewed that, like this, like attached it down and sewed. I can't remember what that was on, if it worked. What did I do recently? This one's not wavy though. Is it? Did I take the size in? No. Maybe the 2 times was a mistake. That's kind of wavy. It's not as bad. I don't know. But this is all we got for now. Let me see if you can even see me in here. You couldn't. Can you see me now? I don't know, does it look bad with the waviness? I think it looks so bad actually. The crop is perfect. I just love it. I love crops. The waviness is like throwing me off. So that's a problem for another time. Thanks for watching my channel. I don't have time to figure this out right now. I don't care to figure this out right now. Let me go look in my closet and see. I did this. I sewed this down on something. And I don't think it really helped, but like maybe it helped a little. Hold on 1 second. Found it. It's this one. And it's wavy and stupid too, even though it's super cute. I got it at a sale for 50 cents. Grandma chic. And I cropped it. But yeah, you can probably kind of tell while it's hanging there. It's kind of wavy, but so what I did was I took this part. Well, first of all, I did it in a stupid direction. I took the, whatever you call that, you know, this little piece, and I put it flat underneath and like sewed to attach it. But I should have done that with the flap going down, and I did that going up for some reason. So I wonder if it would have been better if I hadn't done that and if I had sewed it downwards. And then I don't know if you can see that, but it just made like a tiny little extra line. Blah, blah, blah. So if I folded that down and sewed on the band, do you think that would fix it? Should I try it? I don't know why I just feel like that should work, even though it didn't really work on that green one. Is the back really bad? Maybe I'll try it on the back. Stay tuned, because I don't feel like changing the camera angle. Okay, so this was a bold choice to try because I didn't baste it. I just fully went in there and it didn't help. I only did the back. So now the question is do I pull that out or do I finish going around because it's in there? That's dumb, you should take it out. But good thing I didn't backstitch, so theoretically it should come out easier, right? But seriously, can someone tell me how to fix this? Because I want it to be cute. I don't want it to be wavy and stupid. It took me an hour and 40 minutes to seam rip that little thing I did at the back of the garment. Because it was impossible. Why didn't I baste that? You couldn't see the stitching, the white stitching on the white thing. But it's finally removed. And I'm still at square one of not knowing how to fix this wavy thing. Just tried looking it up online. It said the first thing to try is to steam it and reshape it. I'm gonna try that right now, and if that doesn't work, that's too bad and I'm going to bed. It's 10:30. I spoke too soon when I said, maybe I can work on editing this tonight. Okay, I steamed it. It said to steam it and reshape it on the ground. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm also thinking like maybe when I wash it, I could let it like, you know, lay flat to dry. Also, I could use an actual iron. But are any of these things gonna permanently fix this? I don't know. If you've got any thoughts, let me know. And if it, maybe I'll pop back in to let you know if this worked or not, or if I have any solutions. But in the meantime, I'm gonna sign off just in case, because my goal is to just get this video posted and not do what I normally do, which is be too much of a perfectionist and not get it out there. I'm gonna post this even if I think it's stupid, because I need to get over this procrastination, perfectionism, OCD thing. So if you're watching this, first of all, shout out to you for making it this far, and shout out to me for working through my problems or something. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.